All right, it's time for the April Roundup Haul record thing. And I'm hoping that the audio is better. I know my audio has been a little messed up the last couple of videos, and it's weird. I had messed with the properties and turned the volume up so it should have been louder, and I went and checked just now, and somehow it was all the way down at like 15%, so no wonder it was really quiet. So hopefully this video is a lot louder. Okay, I say this a lot. April got a little out of hand. To be fair, I went to a concert and it was Record Store Day. So got a little out of control. You can see my Record Store Day haul, but I'm going to also include it in here. That's a big chunk of this. Next month, May, I've got a record that was supposed to be here in April that won't be here till the very beginning of May, so it'll be on the next haul. My birthday is in May, but otherwise I'm going to try and scale it down a little bit. So, all right, let's jump in and let's get started. Today I have, let's see, let's count real quick. 1, 2, I feel like we need, like the Sesame Street count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 records to talk to you about today. 5 of which are from Record Store Day, so that means that my goal is 6 a month, and that means that technically I did 8, but 2 of those were from my concert, so I forgive myself. All right, let's jump in. The first one, my daughter has started really liking American Idol, and we've started watching American Idol with her like about 30 minutes a night while her brother's in the shower, and she has a free moment, and it's just time for her and us together. And she loves it, and she's really started to like Carrie Underwood a lot. Well, we like Carrie Underwood, and specifically, we really liked this album, so we ordered it for my wife. And the other thing is, whenever my kids are being absolutely insane, and my wife is so stressed out all the time, she says, "Jesus, take the wheel." So it was just funny to get this record, kind of for my wife, for my daughter, and I also really enjoy it, and that's Carrie Underwood. Some Hearts is the name of the album. It's just black vinyl, nothing super crazy there. But this is her debut album right after she won American Idol. Right? She won. She was either winner or runner-up, but I think she was the winner. But yeah, so Jesus Take the Wheels on here. Before He Cheats. Those were the biggest singles, but definitely some other really well-known songs on here, like Lessons Learned, Don't Forget to Remember Me, The Night Before Life Goes On. All good songs. And another addition to kind of trying to grow the country era of our music. Next up, stuff just falling over here. Next up, another country album. This is an artist that we've seen live and really enjoyed. So I was like, I had borrowed a CD similar to this from my mother. And I was like, you know what? Just go ahead and get the album. So that was Loaded, The Best of Blake Shelton, double LP. It's 45 RPM, which was kind of surprising. Now, this is just... So, Blake has 2 greatest hits albums, Loaded and Reloaded. I really wish Reloaded were on vinyl, and it's not. But this one does have Austin, Old Red, Some Beach, The More I Drink, his cover of Home, Hillbilly Bone with Trace Adkins, and Who Are You When I'm Not Looking. So there's a lot of good songs on here. And we've liked Blake Shelton's music for quite some time. We were early fans of The Voice, and we were Team Blake. We just enjoyed watching that. Now I feel like we don't have the time for The Voice. It's just too many hours of show. But we still do enjoy some Blake Shelton country. Now we're getting into Record Store Day. I won't spend a ton of time on these because I did do a whole video about these. But my first Record Store Day pick, the one I actually went to pick up, was Post Malone covering Nirvana. This is literally called A Tribute to Nirvana by Post Malone. Up at the top it says Post Malone Tribute to Nirvana, and then it says Good Luck Mr. Malone. And it's really interesting because that's actually a note from Courtney Love to him before he did the performance. She sent him a note and just said Good Luck Mr. Malone. And I think he killed it. So this is on yellow vinyl. Great album. He did a great job. Now, the performance was live streamed during COVID, and it was for charity, and the sale of the record during Record Store Day is also for charity. And we've been fans of Post Malone for a while. He's from our neck of the woods. We didn't know him when he was out here, but we support him for sure. The next four are things that I decided when I was watching an unboxing video on Spin Me Around Store's website that I definitely wanted to have in my collection. So I got all four of them. So I won't spend a lot of time, but the soundtrack for the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, this is on transparent vinyl. It's very clear vinyl. Maybe the clearest clear vinyl that I have. And then the Chamber of Secrets soundtrack, also on clear vinyl. The Prisoner of Azkaban soundtrack, also on clear vinyl. All of those composed by John Williams, the legend. And the Goblet of Fire soundtrack, also on clear vinyl. This one composed by Patrick Doyle. Also a very good soundtrack. I've been listening my way through those. We're big Harry Potter fans here. Not big J.K. Rowling fans, unfortunately, anymore. But we do love Harry Potter, and it's meant a lot to us over the years. We used to throw a Harry Potter party all the time, so we gotta appreciate some Harry Potter, right? So next, this one has been out a little bit, but I hadn't gotten it yet, and I definitely felt like I needed it, so I added Bite Me Bambi, Eat This to my collection. This one is a really great, like, pink and black splatter, and this is it's not a super long album. It's got 8 songs. But it's got Too Many People featuring Dirty Walt. A lot of these are singles they'd released over the last year or two online. But so Bad Boyfriend, Girls Like You, Gaslighter's Anthem, Want You Bad, Do the Damned, Like That, and Girls of Summer. Fun stuff. Definitely glad to have it in my collection. I love Bite Me Bambi. They're amazing. And Talina just started a new band with some other fantastic musicians called Taylor More Swiftly, which is like sped up punk ska versions of Taylor Swift songs. It's great. You should definitely go check it out. Okay, so this one, I listened to this like nonstop for like 2 weeks. I loved this album so much, and I'm really glad to have a copy of it. So this is Elton John and Brandi Carlile, Who Believes in Angels. I love Elton John. I love Brandi Carlile. This album is spectacular as I hit the microphone twice. So this is a limited edition pink spiral vinyl. So both of them, so Brandi Carlile grew up a fan of Elton John's, and she wrote a letter to Elton John and asked him, hey, would you be willing to, play together? And they ended up getting together and just hit it off and became really good friends. And they put this album together, and it's amazing. It's so good. Some great energy. There's also some songs really dealing with, like Elton John, knowing that he's kind of in his last bit here, and he's dealing with his mortality. He's got children now and a husband, and he's worried about leaving them behind. And there's a song in here that Brandi Carlile does about when your kids are starting to get to that age where they no longer like need you all the time, and how that's a wonderful, beautiful thing, but also really sad and hard to deal with. It's just a gorgeous album, and I highly, highly recommend it. So we won tickets to a concert from my favorite record store, St. Marie Records, for Japanese breakfast. And so my wife and I went to the Southside Ballroom in Dallas and watched Japanese breakfast and their opening band, Ginger Root. And I've been a fan of Japanese breakfast for a while. We had 3 of their albums already, including their newest one. Went to the listening party for that. But I didn't know Ginger Root very much until I started listening to them to get ready for the concert. And they're awesome. They're so creative and interesting and different. And so when we saw them live, I was like, I gotta pick up a vinyl from them. So I picked up this one, which I believe is called Shinbangum, or Shinmangomi. And it's really a great album. The song that I knew off of this was I believe it's called No Promises. Let me double check. I don't want to screw that up. Yeah, No Problems. I'm so sorry. No Problems. That didn't sound right. No Problems. Yeah. So I had seen the video for No Problems, which if you haven't seen it, go on YouTube, watch it. It's fantastic. I really enjoyed it. And then I started kind of diving deeper, and I really liked it. So I wanted to get the album with that song on it, which I believe is their newest album. And so I picked it up. It's on this Blue Cloud vinyl, which really goes with the aesthetic. And I really, really enjoyed it. I'm so glad to have this in the collection. And I definitely think it's one I'm going to listen to often. And then, of course, since I had 3 out of 4 of the studio albums, I needed to pick up the 4th studio album, which is really their first one. So Japanese Breakfast Psychopomp. I did not yet have that album. And this is on the Lemon Lime Burst vinyl, which is apparently limited to 1,500. This one, the song Heft, is my favorite song off of this album. It's really great, but you can see that Lemon Lime Burst vinyl on there. And I'm glad to have all the studio albums. The only album by them I'm missing now is I'm missing their soundtrack for the video game Sable, which is gorgeous. It's a double LP, and it's the most expensive album they've put out, but I plan on getting it at some point for sure. So, I had pre-ordered a couple of albums from St. Marie Records. One of them's running just a hair behind. That's the one that's going to come next week, which is totally fine. Both of these are albums that came out a long time ago, but this one I'm about to show you had never been pressed to vinyl, and the one that's coming next week had been pressed to vinyl, but a long time ago. So it was just a new pressing. So this one is Miranda Lambert's first album, Kerosene, 20-year anniversary of this album, but had never been pressed to vinyl. So they pressed it to vinyl. It's just black vinyl. It's not like anything, crazy. But celebrating 20 years of the debut album, featuring the hits Kerosene and New Strings. Great album. We really love Miranda Lambert. She's from Texas, and she's not that far away in East Texas where she's from. And so we've been filling out her collection, seen her a couple times live, and so glad to get that in the collection. And the last one that I got here in the month of April, one that I also pre-ordered from my favorite record store, St. Marie Records, I ordered it from them, and there was an issue which has never happened, and he was super apologetic, quick refund, and he could not get it in quickly for me. He's like, I'm so sorry, there was this error, and so let me refund your money, and I can't get it in right now, which I appreciated. He reached out to me, he owned it, and that gave me the opportunity to order it directly from the band, so I could get it pretty quickly. And so I ordered Julian Baker and Torres, and the name of the album here is Send a Prayer My Way. I love Julian Baker. She's my favorite of the Boy Genius musicians. I have just about everything that she's done. Now this is on, and I don't know that you're really going to be able to see this, but this is on an Orange Crush glitter vinyl. And if I'm being honest, the indie exclusive color of the vinyl is this, it's a beautiful blue, but it just, to me, I was like, where's the blue coming from? It doesn't, match anything. Let's see if I can actually get the record out. Sheesh. It doesn't really match anything. So this one is definitely a better match. Ugh. All right, can you see the sparklies? Well, it would help if I was not. Hang tight. I don't know if you can see them. There's a lot of glitter in there. Can you see it? I don't know. Anyway, it's a really beautiful Orange Crush. It's the first vinyl I've ever gotten, I think, that has glitter in it, which is cool. But this is limited glitter crush vinyl. Is the name of the pressing for this. This album's great. Sugar in the Tank was the lead-off single, and it's hard to beat that track, but a lot of great stuff on here. The song Tuesday is a really great one. So, yeah, I walked away with 13 records this month, and which is definitely more than I intended to, but I'm definitely glad for the ones that I got. So, what did you get in the month of April? What records did you get? And what did you wish you'd picked up? I could say there's a couple more that I kind of wanted to pick up, but I was like, I need to wait and figure it out. Abracadabra had a new album that came out this month. Great ska punk album. Derek Webb has a new album called, what is it called? Huh? That's going to drive me crazy. It is an 8 or 9 song album specifically about survival songs. That's what it's called, survival songs. It's geared towards LGBTQ youth who are dealing with a lot of fear and rejection right now with our current administration. And highly recommend that album. So gorgeous. Definitely plan on ordering that. It's out digitally. You can pre-order the vinyl, but the vinyl won't be in for a little bit here. There's a bunch. I've got a couple other albums that are on pre-order over the last few months. I've ordered a couple more, so I've got a couple more that'll come in at some point that I'll get to talk to you about. But yeah, what'd you get? What'd you wish you got? And what's your favorite album this month?